Excuse me, Pat Colligan, but I would like a sterile cockpit for a second here.
Yes, we'll make it as sterile as possible. It is sterile. There's nothing on. There's no master. There's no magnetos. There's nothing's on. Just you and me and our friendly director of photography.
Okay, hello everybody, and thank you so much for stopping in today. If you could see me right now, which you probably can, I am sitting inside a simulator, and you might think, oh, Lynette, how cute, you're in a simulator, isn't that nice? But Pat Colligan, whose passion it is not only to fly, but to teach. Can you tell everybody where we just were, me, you, and my Motivate Me crew, Chelsea and Cassie?
Well, we took off 3 times and landed 3 times at the airport, beautiful Pompano Air Park in South Florida. We flew over Boca Raton into Lauderdale's airspace a little bit and quickly got out of there. And then we flew around at 3,000 feet, had some fun. I showed these bright and enterprising young people how to manipulate the controls, and we had a lot of fun.
It was such a good time. And Christina Henley and co-owner Fred here at Paul Kramer's Learn to Fly Center is this actually Lighthouse Point, Florida, or is it Pompano?
This is Pompano Air Park, which is right next to Lighthouse Point. When we fly to the east off of 15, we immediately see Lighthouse Point on the left.
And you know, we're on a 50-state tour, and in each state, we're doing something we've never done before. And Christina Henley opened her home to us and provided us this amazing opportunity to have a flight lesson. And so each of us got to take off and land. And I have to tell you that once I met you, I felt much better because I've been really nervous about this.
Well, good. I'd like to think that after all these years, I can make people relax or help them relax. And there's a little technique to that. And just enjoying people and showing them how easy and how much fun it can be in a simple way is always a pleasure. And to bring out your relaxed side and let you have some fun at it, that's the mission. That's the real mission. So that's what we tried to do today.
And I think your conscientiousness as a pilot, you know, your seriousness and how serious you take every step of this process, which I mean is every step is important, right?
Every step is important, and safety first always. So you're thinking of all kinds of things: the airport, other traffic, the welfare of your occupants and people in the plane, other traffic coming in. You're having to deal with controllers. You're making sure your engine instruments are good and everything's good with the plane. So it's a multi-dimensional business, this profession, and that's what makes it exciting. And I would tell you, honestly, anybody can do this if you just have the time and the determination. That's all it takes. It doesn't take extra IQ or brain power or anything. It just takes work, showing up, doing the flights, studying a little bit at home and coming back, and it all comes together at a certain point. You don't learn it all in one day.
You need to
It's a
practice.
process.
You just need to practice, right?
That's right, and it's a process.
Now, I was telling you that you and my father share a passion, right? My father was a pilot. So I'm curious to know where this started for you.
It started, a long time ago. When I was a child, I always thought I wanted to fly. When I was really young, I wanted to go to the Air Force Academy, but I wound up joining the service at an early age, and I went to Vietnam. I'm a veteran. And then after that, I decided I wanted to start again. So I started, oh my God, way back in the 80s and ran out of money. Started flying in Opelika, Florida, and I flew some in Richmond. And then I was able to continue after I sold a house years and years later. That was actually 1994. I sold a house and I had an extra 20 grand sitting around. So back then you could get all the ratings for 20 grand. It's much more than that today, but I took advantage of that and I went all the way, and I've never looked back.
Do you have any hesitations or challenges keeping this passion in your life?
The hesitations are sometimes it's not tremendously lucrative as a flight instructor. You're better off, if you want to make a career out of it, to go for the airlines and wind up with FedEx or American or whoever. It can be a long road, and sometimes when the cycle is in the right place, it can be a short road. But you work at it, and you got to pay your dues. You got to learn the ropes a little bit, and but there's not many that remain flight instructors. Many just go on because of the financial aspect of it. And so I'm one of these guys, one of these older guys that's still teaching. And to be honest with you, I don't know how to do much of anything else. Flying is what I do.
What have you learned about yourself through this journey?
How to be continuously, every flight teaches me how to become more effective in the transfer of knowledge. And every flight, even low time, students will teach me things just by their example, their determination, their learning curve, whatever it is. You got to see people in a symbiotic way and transfer that knowledge. So every flight becomes a challenge, scholastically speaking, academically speaking, and physically speaking, how to get them to relax enough to control the aircraft and to process what you're trying to transfer to them. So every flight is that's going on. So as an instructor, you have to transfer the knowledge at the end of the day. And you never feel like you master it because you can always get better. There's always something you have to learn, and all I have is a license to learn. And after doing it for 20 years, nothing could be farther from the truth. It is just a license to learn, no matter which level you're on.
You know, that's so evident, though, being a passenger in your plane and a student in your plane. Was you, once this started, once we were, all of the logistics were taken care of and you were able to teach, I saw your whole person just like start to love what you were doing. You relaxed and you just wanted to pour this knowledge out to us, and we were just we loved learning it. And with each of us, because each of us took off and landed, each of us got a period of time to fly. And during that time, you taught all three of us something different. Don't think we didn't notice that.
Oh, that's very kind. And that, to be honest, makes it all worthwhile.
How has flying and how has doing this enriched your life?
Oh, I've learned so much about myself, my own ability to learn and to process and to move and to get better at what I do, and the people I've met, the sunsets I've seen, the places I've been, the struggle. Sometimes it's been a struggle, but it's hard to replace the ability to teach somebody something and to make them feel so gratified about themselves and to watch them get that private license. It's very, very rewarding, and they never forget you. So.
No, I know we'll never forget you. I mean, people get off a roller coaster and they think, oh, they're really pumped up. They feel so confident. Fly a plane and then talk to us, right?
Right, that's right. And I don't forget my students either. I love them. I'm proud of them. And when I kick them out the door on that first flight and they take that first solo, I'm usually bawling at the end of the runway.
What advice, final question, can you give my audience just about pursuing something that can make them feel like flying makes you feel?
Something else, you mean?
Maybe it's flying for them. Maybe it's something else. Just pursuing a passion.
Yeah, pursue your passion, whatever it is. Find your gifts in life and pursue those gifts. And it's not for everybody. It's not flying. For the next person, it could be drawing or making sandcastles, whatever it is. Everybody has gifts. So pursue those gifts and find out what they are. And then know that God has a place for you too and a plan for your life. That's important. Once you realize that, things will unfold in that direction.
I want to thank you so much for everything today. Really, it was amazing.
Well, thank you. Thank you for your kindness. And that makes it all worthwhile.
That was amazing. And I want to thank Christina and Fred one more time from Paul Kramer's Learn to Fly Center. I'm reading it backwards right now just because I don't want to forget and get it wrong. But that was pretty good. How'd I do?
You did great. You're a good interviewer.
Oh, thank you.
I wasn't sure about that until now. I've watched you in action, and you're good at what you do. So thank you. Thank you so much.
And here we are sitting in a plane in a building. It's only a part of a plane.
Right.
We're just sitting in a part of a plane in a building having a moment.
It was
with just a few people staring at us.
That's right. That's right. Matter of fact, I believe this is an ex-Saratoga or Cherokee 6. It's one of the two. And I've got, in this particular aircraft, just this aircraft, I have over 1,500 hours.
How many hours do you have total?
I have over 5. Stopped counting at 5,000. I have over 2,000 dual instruction given, so I stopped. There's no more reason for me to log. I'm not going for any other ratings. This is what I do, and so I don't have to log anymore. You actually spend a lot of time logging, so I don't bother with that anymore.
I feel your pain with the paperwork. Thank you so much, Pat.
Thank you. Thank you. Hope to see you again.
Me too.
Get that license. Come on, follow in your dad's footsteps. He'd be so proud.
Yes.
And you exhibited, you seemed to be relaxed and you were turning and you told me to turn on the transponder, remember? I was like, damn it, man, she's good at this. That was great. I loved it. So I turned on the transponder.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right, darling. Thank you.
And I talk to you, 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 and we love, and we hate, and we demonstrate. We try to relate. This is my breakthrough. Whoa. Said now, this my breakthrough. Whoa. Oh man, this my breakthrough.